What's good, YouTube? What's going on? We back today, and what we're gonna be talking about today is adversity. Adversity. You know what I'm saying? One thing about life, bro, it's all about how you handle it. A lot of people be looking for a way out, a life absent of problems. That ain't how it works, G. How it work is, what it's all about is how you deal with the problems. You know, before Jesus left, he told his disciples, in this world, you will have trouble. But don't worry, because I overcame the world. That's some of the best assurance we could have came across, boy. Tell you. That's why to have confidence in God, it's major. Major. We're going to be talking about adversity. Some of the things that I went through, how I overcame, right? I know you're probably dealing with certain things you done been through. But like I said before, it's all about how you deal with them. It's about how you handle it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we be faced with certain things, we handle them the same way every time, the same results every time. It don't be so good. But a lot of times we got to learn how to learn from our past mistakes or others' mistakes. A lot of time we can use other people's mistakes, shortcomings as a lesson for us or opportunities for us to learn if you pay attention close enough. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always got to be the person who go through something to learn from it. You ever heard how a lot of people be like, they'll be like, experience is the best teacher. That ain't what God say. God didn't say experience was the best teacher. Jesus never sinned. He was pretty wise in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? He never sinned. Right? He was man. Think about it. You think you want to go through everything just to realize that's not the thing to do? No, man. Experience not the best teacher. The Holy Ghost is the best teacher. And if you line up with the will of God, he'll teach you. He'll tell you what not to do. What to do, what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff come with wisdom. I talk about it all the time. Wisdom, man. Godly wisdom. It's there. It's available. You know what I'm saying? You just got to take advantage of it. A lot of times we don't. We go left field on it. We think we know the best thing to do. We try what we think to be correct. And it don't be correct. You know what I'm saying? Because emotions can be so serious, they can have you fully convinced that what you thinking is the right thing to do. And it be wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why feelings are just feelings. Sometimes your feelings don't line up with your faith or what you know to be right. They're just feelings, man. You just feel a certain way. It ain't always correct. So, check this out. I'll start out with, when I first came home from prison, right? I spoke about it in one of my earlier videos. I was working at this little car lot. And, I was put in a little jam because I just got a promotion on the job, looking good for me, you know what I'm saying? My first job, first real job that I actually worked on more than a day or two. And they told me the job was finna end. So it ain't like it's nothing that I'm doing on my end that's causing me to feel about to lose this job. The car lot finna close down, you know what I'm saying? They just made me a manager. They finna close the car lot down. So I'm in a jam, boy. You know, just came home, been out like probably like a month and a half. Doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Hustling on the side, working. Selling a little weed. Weed ain't selling, start selling a little coke. Blow 1 start selling a little crack, selling a little pills, selling whatever. I'm trying to get money to turn over, right? But oddly, ain't nothing selling for me, right? So now I'm like, you know, looking crazy. Because the job wasn't paying that much, but it was paying, you know what I'm saying? So in this situation, I could do one or two things. I could put my faith in God, or I could keep on trying to figure it out and doing what I feel like would be the right thing to get me out of this situation I'm in. It's gonna be time for school shopping. Last thing I want to do ever in life is fail my kids, boy. You hear me? I'm serious about that. So, like I said in one of my previous videos, I went and kicked in this dude door. Try to knock him off one time, come up. Funny thing is, not funny then. But the funny thing is, I got jammed up. Ended up going to jail behind it, right? Now, mind you, like I said, it's school shopping time. I got 4 kids. I got 3 kids at the time and 1 stepkid. So, let me give you a prime example of how doing a Hail Mary, so to speak, don't always work out in our favor. A lot of times when it's Christmas time, birthdays, holidays, we feel so pressed we'll go do anything to come through. Anything. You know what I'm saying? Robbery, stealing, anything, bro. Whatever come to mind to get some money. We'll cut whoever out the equation to get some money. People do it all the time, man, really. But the thing is this. There's no guarantees on that stuff, bro. Sometimes it don't work out in your favor. And we consider that sometimes we don't. But like I was saying, I'm in a jam now. And guess what? Kids still ain't got no school clothes. And on top of that, I'm in jail now. And I need a couple dollars. You feel me? So that was a bad decision made, right? So in that certain situation, I did not pass the test of adversity or overcoming adversity. Because I made the wrong decision. Ended up going back down the road for like 4 years. Did like almost a year in transit. So I did almost 5 years behind that, right? I just got out from doing 5 years. So that put another pound on top of it. That's 10 years. Right? So I learned a brief lesson from that. Not to always rush out into certain situations or put myself in certain situations trying to overcome another situation. You ever heard, I don't know if it's a saying or if I just read it somewhere, they say that you can create a tomorrow problem and you be wishing you had yesterday problem. I don't know, in other words, you could have had a problem yesterday and it might have been bad, but you create another problem for yourself, or them problems hit for the next day, you wish you had yesterday problem, because it's even worse. Just when you're thinking yesterday was bad, let tomorrow hit you. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But yeah, I had to go do some more time behind that. And all I had to do was really be patient. Wait on God, bro. Even if I ain't had the money to get them clothes right on time. You know what I'm saying? It would have came. You feel me? So boom, I got out from that. I started working at the hotel, like I be telling y'all about. I'm working at the hotel. I started out stripping beds. Now, I've always been the type who, I could start at the bottom, but my work ethic's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I like to learn. When I get somewhere, I try to learn everything I can. I'm asking questions. On the low, I'm trying to be on top. I'm trying to, if I don't even get promoted to be the head man, I'm trying to learn as much as I can so I'm not ignorant in no situation. You feel me? So I was working at the hotel, just stripping beds. I moved up from that. I was trying to get this job in the lobby, cleaning the lobby. The girl was like, man, they're not going to hire you to work in the lobby. You got all them gold in your mouth. I'm like, yeah, all right, So I ain't really sweat it. I felt she had a point for real because, I'm used to being stereotyped. But I ended up getting a job in the lobby, working in the lobby, doing that, and probably making a little bit more money. So I got kicked out the lobby because when I was working in the lobby, they wanted me to do lobby work, and they wanted me to do what's considered to be a house man. The house man is the person who go in there and take all the dirty linen out the rooms so the housekeepers can go in there and clean them. So it wasn't a problem with doing the job. It was just too much work to do. You know what I'm saying? So me trying to do both early in the morning was a problem for me because you hustling every day, trying to get both things done. You know what I'm saying? It's a hustle. It's too much, really. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't willing to do both like that every day. I could have been wrong, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I just felt like y'all got me working 2 jobs, y'all paying me for 1. So I told my supervisor, I said, look, it's too much work to do. I said, I could do both, but it's too much work to do. You know what I'm saying? You got people in here eating breakfast. You want me to keep the lobby clean. Then you want me to strip the room. By the time they pulling me back and forth, they pulling me. So I'm like, man, that's too much work for one person to do. Like, you could do it? I'm like, no, I can't. So they kicked me out of there. And then hired 2 people to do it. Some people just hate when you're wrong, boy. I mean, when you're right, and they got to hear from you. I mean, they could have just hired somebody else while I was in there, but, you know, I ain't tripped. So, boom, I'm back doing just houseman work again, right? So I stopped from doing that. And I got a position in maintenance in the maintenance department, right? So I'm trying to learn everything. Learning, asking questions, messing up stuff at the same time, you know? And, you know, when you new sometimes at a certain place, when you new at a certain place sometimes, a lot of people like to not tell you how to do certain things because you the joke. You know, you the one messing stuff up because you new, you don't know stuff. So they don't want you to learn. They want to have somebody to laugh at. And that was fine. But what happened was somebody came through there who didn't mind teaching me. We had they call him the chief engineer. It's like the head engineer in the maintenance department. We had a guy come through there, cool as a fan, right? Anything you want to learn, he'll teach you. You know what I'm saying? And he was a kind of laid back dude, but he used to like to drink. You know what I'm saying? He used to like to drink a little too much. But he was cool, bro. He taught me a whole bunch, right? So in a matter of time, I'm learning. And some of the same people that was joking on me, you know what I'm saying, making fun of me, I surpassed them, ended up being their supervisor, right? So they made me a supervisor now, right up under the head man. So one of the ways I face adversity in this department is like this. When they made me a supervisor, it wasn't to the effect of me being a real supervisor and running the team like I supposed to do. They wanted like somebody to just listen and do what they said and possibly be a fall guy if something go wrong, right? I ain't that type of dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the relationship I got with God caused me to be humble. I am a humble person, but I ain't no pushover. You know what I'm saying? I always been a man, bro. Anybody who know me can tell you that, always. All right, so a lot of things that I had to, be faced with it in that position, I face it like a man. I'm not fit here to sit here and try to just lay down. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like I supposed to. For instance, we had a dude who used to come and do our air conditioners. He used to service all the air conditioners for like 3 or 4 of the properties that the owner had. The owner owned like 4 or 5 hotels out there at the hotel on the beach, maybe 3 or 4. So this dude used to service all the air conditioning units and do the pools, right? He getting a dumb check decent, right? So first thing he do is he come over and try to just get everybody on board with how he doing things, right? I play humble real hard, bro. But when they get to a point where it's something I'm really not with, I'm gonna be humble, but I ain't gonna do what you say. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a run in right there. And the misconception a lot of people have is when you humble, I ain't gonna say they think you weak, but they just think that you just go for anything. I put it like that. You know what I'm saying? That was dude problem. So my the manager of the hotel, the head dude that was over the maintenance departments, all the maintenance departments, he on board with the dude. Everybody on board with the dude. And that's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make no waves, but like I said, bro, I'm a man. You ain't finna just handle me. So the dude was we bumped heads a couple times, you know what I'm saying? So I could tell him, like, man, I don't like him neither. It's obvious, right? But we got to work together, so, I ain't sweating. So one time, the dude, He called my phone. He called my phone. He said he wanted me to clean the pools for him on weekend. So I'm like, nah, I ain't cleaning no pools for you this weekend. Like I say, I don't like them. I don't care what they do, right? Now, if you don't come to work, I would have to clean the pools, right? But I'm not volunteering to clean no pools for you, bro. We don't even get along. So, no, he texted me first. I told him no. Then he called me. I'm off work when he called me. He started talking crazy. What do you mean? You know, talking crazy. So I hang up and I start back texting him because I want to get him on text. Now, you going to talk crazy, I'm going to get you on this text message and let these folks deal with you when you talking crazy, right? So I ain't no fool. I ain't finna just go back and forth with you on the phone. And you can't whoop me. You know what I'm saying? For real. So he really just talking crazy. You know how some people do. They just like to, you know, all that. I start texting him. Nah, man, I don't see what's the problem. Why you so upset? I hit him like that, right? So he texts me back. Don't ask me for nothing. You know, he going out. So, man, the dude wanted me to clean the pools for him. And so him and his wife could visit their in-laws. Man, what I look like, bro? You know what I'm saying? Under different circumstances, I probably would have. But, man, I don't care nothing about that dude, right? So, boom. He got him hot. I show it to my supervisor, the general manager of the hotel. She don't do nothing. I'm thinking to myself, well, these people won't even back you if it's something really go down, you know what I'm saying? I'm showing you. This man trying to get a free check. You want me to clean the pool? He still want to get paid for it, and y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. So they don't want to make no waves, though, because she don't want to hear from her boss and whatever, right? All right, cool. So me and dude don't get along. That's that. We really don't get along now, right? So had this problem with him. That's one dude I had on my line, right? It just really wasn't feeling me. I wasn't feeling him either. So let me go back probably about 6 months before we even got to that point. Before we got the chief engineer there, I was cool with, that I was learning all the stuff from. We had another engineer that was there. Man, this boy ain't know nothing about maintenance work, you hear me? He on YouTube every day trying to find out how to do maintenance stuff. His girlfriend was the general manager, so that's how he got the job. But this dude used to be on my line. This dude did not like me, boy, you hear me? He ain't like me. But that was fine, because you can't fire me, because I do my job, right? So every morning he'll try to give me a whole bunch of crazy stuff to do, this and that. I do it. I just used to do it at my pace, right? So boom. Every day he trying to get me fired. Every time I slip, he write me up. You don't supposed to have your cell phones out there while you're outside cleaning up. He'll write me up for that. Everything. He's always trying to write me up, trying to get me out of there, right? But God with me, though. You feel me? So, that's what I did. He's always been there on YouTube, right? So I go in there. When I was in prison, bro, I used to do crazy law work. Every time, I used to steal out the kitchen a lot. So I had a problem with the police always stopping me. You know what I'm saying? So to kind of get them off of me, I used to put paperwork in on them. You know what I'm saying? File grievances, whatever. I used to file them. I'm talking about back to back. I'm filing them. I know how to fight you your way, right? You want to do paperwork? I do paperwork too, right? So, dude was on my line. Kept trying to get me fired. So I took a video of him on YouTube about 2-3 days in a row. On video recording, taking pictures. And we got a camera like right in front of the desk with the date and time on it. So I'm recording him, the camera, you see the time, the date, and him watching YouTube, watching country videos and all this and that, right? I sent it to the owner of the hotel. I sent it to the second in charge of the dude who owned the hotel. I sent it to the third in charge of the dude who owned the hotel. I emailed it to all three of them. Man, they was in there on that boy trail the next day. Like the dude who was third in charge came in that morning before anybody got there. He checking the log on the computer. Make a long story short, they got that fool up out of there. He didn't last long, right? But a lot of times people handle you a certain type of way because they expect you to respond a certain type of way. I learned that in school. You make the teacher mad, but you ain't doing enough for them to really kick you out the class or write you up. So now they try to agitate you, get you mad, so you'll say something or do something, provoke you to get you off your square. To now they got a reason, right? You got to be careful with that, right? So back to what I was saying earlier. So me and the dude don't get along. My boss scared on. My boss is straight up pushover, boy. I'm talking about 100% pushover, right? He's so scared he won't even fire nobody. He's trying to get me to fire people. I'm like, man, bro, you the boss, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's who they want in that position. I made him do his own position, bro. You ain't finna hire me to do the hard work because you a coward, right? So one particular time we had a major renovation going on at the hotel. So they was throwing away a lot of the handicap bars and stuff, and all the bars, the pool bars that was in the shower. So you know me, I'm a hustle. I'm like, boy, that's money. They throwing that away. I tell my boss, look, they throwing away them bars in the shower. I can get them bars. He's like, man, I don't care. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go get all the bars out for like one floor, like the third floor. I get all the shower bars out, right? And I take them to the junkyard. Made me about $200, right? I came back. I broke bread with him. Gave him like $20. Here you go, man. Appreciate it. He's like, oh man, thanks. Just like that, right? Like 2 days after that, the builder who building the doing the renovation say they looking for the the bath hardware. They decided to use it, so they went back and tried to get that the trash, but it's gone. I already got that. So they called me and tell me they gotta let me go because I stole the stuff out the bathroom. I say, stole, bro? Ain't steal nothing. I walked it right at the door, right? Now, mind you, like I said, I asked my boss could I have that stuff, but he ain't speak up. So you know what? I ain't tripped. I just took that one to the chin. You know what I'm saying? But keep this in mind. The day before, that Friday, I came in Monday and got fired. That Friday, I went to church. I prayed, God, look, I need a better job and a job with weekends off. Prayed for that. Came in Monday, got fired. When I got fired 2 weeks later, I went to another job, making double the money I was making now. I think I made like $25,000 that year at the hotel. I made like $54,000 that next year at my next job, right? Even though the dude played him, I could have took him down. I could have went in there and been like, whatever, hey man, he told me. But, that ain't me. I don't, I just ain't into that like that. I ain't, I would say just like I ain't no snitch, but it's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't sum it up, me just saying I ain't no snitch. I just felt like, hold my peace on that one, let that go. Yeah, he told me, but let that go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slide on out of here, might be for my best interest, and I did, and it was. But that's scary for somebody who come out of prison, because it was hard for me to get a job, bro. I told y'all how hard it was for me to find a job, and people for to send me back to prison. I was going everywhere. I couldn't even get no callbacks, no nothing. So, but, God was faithful. But in summary of everything I was already speaking on, a lot of times we face with a lot of stuff, but it's about how you handle them, how you deal with them. You got to stand up, man, for what God say, even when it's not popular, even when it's not what seems like the thing to do. We got to believe, we got to trust, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't backdoor on your morals because it's convenient for you. You know what I'm saying? God faithful. And you can best believe, bro, if you have to take a loss for doing what's right, it's going to be all good. You know what I'm saying? And don't never forget that it ain't what you go through, it's how you go through it. Even when Jesus was here, like I said earlier, he didn't tell his disciples that it was going to be no easy road, man. He didn't say that. A lot of people feel like when you get saved, it's supposed to be peaches and cream. Bro, that ain't what he said. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the peace in your heart, you can have peace in the middle of the storm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have troubles. But it's about how you deal with them, how they affect you. When your faith is strong, it can't rock you, bro. Keep that in mind. Y'all hold it down. I'll catch y'all in the next video. You hear me?